What they do. I am Josh Jones, ESQ, also known as the Dope Black Lawyer.
You already know, man. Ali LaFlare, what's happening?
What's good with you, boy?
Coolin', baby.
Yeah, man. I don't even want to hold the people today, man. Unless you've been living under a rock. You already know that he won't stop.
You already know that he won't stop.
He already told you. So we're going to get straight into it, man. Diddy had cribs on the East Coast and the West Coast to get raided earlier this week.
Raid.
And oh dang, that's crazy. I forgot all about that. I'll let your boy, man. Let us know where you watch it from, man. It's funny. Man. I'm on the East Coast, Miami, 305 till I die, where one crib got raided.
Man.
Ali, where you at?
Man, I'm in the 323 when one of them things got busted into.
I don't know why they ain't call us, man. So let us know where y'all watching from, man. We want to say shout out to all of the return visitors who watch with us faithfully. We also want to say welcome to those of you who this might be your first time.
Welcome to it. You came in for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. We appreciate you. Always grateful. You know what I'm saying? I see the people coming in slowly. Let us know if you can't hear us. But if you can't hear us, you can't hear me right now. So
there you go.
Forget that I even said that, right? We're gonna get into it. So, like I said, man, the boy Diddy cribs got raided.
It's crazy right now.
Department of Homeland Security came in big boy style.
Not DHS.
Armored vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Guns drawn.
They didn't even call the feds for them, man. They called DHS.
That's the feds. That's one of the alphabet boys. They called
it is, but I mean, like, they didn't even call the traditional alphabet boys.
Yeah, well, the reason why, because when you're dealing with sex trafficking, Homeland Security is who you would call. So they're saying that these people were being transported via the private plane, Love Air, I believe, Love Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the allegations have been coming in hot and heavy with Diddy. You already know we talked about, I think, every last one of them. Every time they file a complaint, we've talked about it, right?
Absolutely.
You know, and what's going on with Diddy. And we're gonna give you a reminder. So it appears that two of Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian King Combs, were on the West Coast because they got caught up in that thing. They ended up getting cuffed up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So they were not arrested. They were obviously detained here. They got cuffed up. They were standing outside, and a lot of people believe that what the feds were looking for was video. This is based on a lot of the allegations that came from the complaints from the civil cases. So I got one of the homies, Melba Pearson. She ran for state attorney down here, same as the district attorney, maybe where you live. And she's kind of breaking down a little bit here. We'll watch a little bit of what she was talking about with regard to what's going on with Diddy, and then we'll talk about it as well.
Are doing raids at 3 different homes of P. Diddy, including his homes in California, in Florida, and in New York. And what I think they're looking for are videos. So basically, P. Diddy had a habit, allegedly, based on told to us through the filings by Cassie Ventura. They have all said that people have a habit of liking to video either him abusing other people or forcing other people to abuse each other for his pleasure, and I would record all of it.
Yeah, man. So like we were saying, one of the big things they're looking for is video. And the one thing that I'm not going to do if I'm abusing people, having sex with underage people and doing all these types of things, bruh, video.
Hey, dog. Everybody had to take that.
Yeah. And you got to remember, man, it's in the complaint. So not only is it like a written complaint, but the complaints that have been filed against Sean Combs and most of these civil suits has all types of pictures of identifiable people, places, you know what I'm saying, situations. So like he didn't say that he tried to set Well, Rod Jones didn't say that Puff Daddy tried to set him out to Cuba Gooding Jr. He posted a picture of Cuba Gooding Jr. with his hand on his thigh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it like they got real deep, and Cuba just got added in this joint. Like we found out about that today. That was like, and it's been crazy. This whirlwind has been breaking news after breaking news after breaking thing, and it's just been like, yo, they not gonna stop. They won't stop now.
Yeah.
The allegations won't stop. Can't stop.
So Diddy's lawyer made a statement. So I do want to obviously let you know he said he's got a new lawyer for these criminal allegations, Aaron Dyer, and he said yesterday. This is from a couple days ago, but he said that yesterday there was a gross overuse of military level force, and search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. What you thinking about that?
Go ahead, man.
Nah,
hey, man, look.
Not for nothing. Not for nothing.
I mean, like it felt like there should be more of a statement, but like I get it. But like it's like, what else, Chief? But no, I mean, at the end of the day, Diddy my man's tried to get on, right? And I guess you got to look at Diddy for being Diddy. We've known him. First off, there's nowhere he could run and hide. Let's be honest. Diddy makes his living on being public. That is who he is. His person and his whole public figure is what's to be known. So it's like my man's just tried to get little, and he telling his sons like, "Yo, man, stand up, dude. I had a whole murder trial that I had to go to court for. You can be in custody for a little hours, you little punk. Shut up."
But not for nothing. I mean,
hey man, at this point,
they came in with the tanks, bro.
They did come in with the tanks. I mean, and but I've seen police bust in. You know what I'm saying? They use excessive force all the time. So let's not act like this isn't something that we don't know that the police do. Excessive force will be used. Like,
right.
Like we know that. All right. So yes, they do this all the time. This is another case of them being egregious with like the usage of power, and it happened. The sky is still blue.
Yeah. So he said it was an unprecedented ambush as well. He said that Diddy is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. So there was a little bit more to the statement.
Hey, yo.
He said what you gotta say.
He did, bro, but I mean he might have said too much, dog.
He didn't say too much. He didn't say too much, but he didn't. He didn't say anything that was shocking. I'll say that.
I agree.
But if you remember,
can't say too much is shocking.
Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like the notion is that they raided this man home because they were searching for video. And today it came out that there was evidence that, he had videos and was secretly recording. There was video cameras in every room at his house. So all the wild ass parties, everybody got recorded. So everybody was on tape doing something.
So before we go on, I do want to go back to my homegirl Melba and listen to a little bit more what you were saying.
So I think those are some of the things that the feds are looking for. I think they're looking for other types of evidence to corroborate the statements that were made by Little Rod, by Cassie Ventura, and the other people have come forward saying that he did abuse them. So they're looking for corroborating evidence and basically the building blocks to put together what will end up being a massive criminal case. So
it's not in that clip, but she said that she believes that this is going to be bigger than the Weinstein.
It has implications to be on that very, very level of a Weinstein case. That's the thing. Both of these people were in the public light, executives of entertainment, and only one of them really made a living having a face out here. This is on some Weinstein, Epstein, you know what I'm saying, like type shit. Except the difference here is that we have the most public face that we've known since, let's just say, 93.
I don't know. Bill Cosby was big, bro. But
okay, no. Cosby is yes. Cosby, yes.
But
Cosby, yes.
you're saying basically those guys, even though they were getting money, Weinstein and Epstein, they were kind of still more
They
behind
were
the
behind
scenes.
the scenes. You know, it was
Yeah.
like we didn't know who. Okay, and more so Epstein than Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the most elusive figure that everybody knew, but no one knew who his face was up until it recently came out. And within the past, let's just put a capsule on it. Let's just say the past 10 years. I don't
Yeah.
even believe it's been that long, but I'll just say the past 10 years. Okay, cool. Diddy's been on the page, on front page news, and so was Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby from the from the 70s,
At least
at
60s.
least 60s, 70s, and then Diddy from 90s.
Yeah.
From the 90s until now. We're talking about people that are in their 30s that have never not known this man being in the public light and seeing his face and being
Yeah.
attached to entertainment.
It's,
So he's
it's been,
made his living on that.
yeah, it's been some stuff too, man. Like he has no affiliation with Revolt anymore. So people are
None.
kind of like,
Everybody's taking their distance. Like we said, we've covered all of these. He lost his the liquor, like his rights in the liquor company, right? So my man is up out of there.
Well, he sued them, but yeah, they ended up splitting ways or whatever.
All right, they ended up parting ways. Point
but
is,
it's
everybody
real.
is severing ties.
And it's real when Ye say no. Ye said, they said that Puff was trying to meet up with Ye after the concert in LA, that the Rolling Loud they do in LA, and Ye was like, nah, bro, you got too much heat.
Because the number one fireman who wants all the smoke is definitely not turning nothing down. And when he say no, yeah, if he tell you he not about to slide down the pole to come rescue you in that fire, chief, nah, bro. I feel it. Like, I mean, he he's like, look, dogs, I'm a can of gasoline and you look to be on fire. I think it's best that we don't link today.
Yeah.
Nah, and it's real. It's real.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, like, when you go down the path of the can't stop, won't stop vengeance tour, like, this is just like, look, nobody's gotten out of this unscathed. Let's just put it like this. At this point, the Grinch who stole hip hop he came back to give all the hip hop who's back they publishing. We covered that. We talked about it when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was mad about Diddy not, you know what I'm saying, giving them their money. He gave it to them. All right. He's trying to make wrong. He tried to become Brother Love. He literally pulled a Big Red to Kid Cudi. He pulled a 5 Heartbeats and hung this man over a balcony. He blew up cars. He must have, like, it sounds like a Martin Scorsese film. It really does.
It might end up being one.
It definitely should be.
Yeah.
I want to be in it. Somebody cast me. I'll play who I need to. But no, this shit is crazy right now. It's wild as fuck. So it's dumb entertaining.
Yeah, and the other thing that's coming out about it too is like a lot of people were talking about like how it's like the worst kept secret in the industry, right? Like people kind of know about it, and
everybody know, and it is like not a secret. Yeah. But it's like I guess we got to realize this man came from old school New York, where it was like, I don't know, New York to me, it was kind of like the one place where like murder was almost acceptable. It was like, oh, you kill somebody. Well, I guess you kill somebody, whatever. And it's like everybody in New York like yeah, it's just a thing. Now it's just like, no, you can't do that anymore. But he came from that.
Well, they comparing it to the R. Kelly thing, like where everybody kind of knew. And
yeah, now I can see that.
Now all of a sudden, once it's kind of like in style to say that you know, now people are coming out. But before we even get to that, because people are saying stuff, I gotta get back to this dude right here, man, because he looks like a freak.
Oh yeah,
but we talked about him as well.
They caught Braden.
Yeah, he's in one of the complaints. You call him Braden. It's funny, his name is actually Brendan Paul, former Syracuse University basketball player. Apparently, the crazy thing
I can see this. All of this links up.
The crazy thing, he's only 25 years old. He looks like he's 75.
He definitely looks like he played with Melo.
At least.
Like, I swear to God, I can say, I can see how he got around Diddy. Melo took him to one of them parties.
Nah, he's 25, man. So it's like, I don't even know how he know this young dude. But in the complaint with Lil Rod, they called him, they mentioned him saying that he was Diddy's mule. and he was the one bringing in all the drugs and all of that kind of stuff. Some of the underage girls as well, I believe. But
I can
he was
see it.
arrested. He was arrested for possession of cocaine and a controlled substance.
Yeah, man, he's
But
white. That's nothing. No, that's like spitting in the park. They don't care.
yeah,
They don't
so
care. A
so
white
yeah,
man gets arrested for a minimal amount of cocaine.
and of course his attorney as well said they're not going to comment, but he's innocent. The truth is going to come out. Yada 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 kind of statement.
Yeah, the truth's gonna come out, chick.
Yeah, and then talking about the plane because he was, I think he was like, I don't know exactly what was going on, but Diddy obviously's got the private jet, right?
Yeah,
At least one.
yeah,
Love Air.
yeah. Love, yeah.
And they were trying to figure out where it was, and was Diddy on it? Did he leave? Was he linking up with Russell Simmons? That probably would have been,
Drop the pins, G.
that probably would have been a smart move, but apparently the jet has been brought back from the islands, and it's back on U.S. soil. They had pictures of Diddy at the airport and all of that. So, with regard to the jet, there's a lot of interest in just because you fly private doesn't mean that
yeah, you don't get tracked. Everybody gets tracked.
private. Yeah, they still know who's on the plane. They still know where you're going. They still know a lot of information. So
there's still a full manifest. Absolute.
So that's the exact term. It's called the manifest. So the feds are going to want to go after these manifests so that they can subpoena the people who
flying Love Air.
Yeah, these people may because these people may have information. They may have witnessed something. They may have videos on their phones and things like that. So a lot of times they'll arrest people to get leverage. Sometimes these people will willingly speak. Who knows? But they're going to get an opportunity to do that, and that's going to just continue to build the case for the feds. So the feds heard video and they was like, "Oh, this dude like to have video." So like, yeah, maybe there's a case to make there. So if the statute of limitations are not an issue, then he could be facing some big charges for sure.
Yeah, man.
So it was already serious. He had all these lawsuits. We talked about Lil Rod. We know there was the Jane Doe from Detroit that was like 16, 17 at the time, saying that she got raped in Michigan and at Daddy's house. You know what I'm saying? There was another woman, Joy Dickerson Neal, who filed a lawsuit as well.
It goes on and on. Like I said before, man. Like,
and then we know about
the fanning of the flames is about to keep going.
Yeah, and then we know about the Cassie. So Cassie filed a lawsuit. I think she was first, and she was able to come out of that thing with a settlement a day after filing, and she actually also has made a statement. So
she did
through her lawyer. So her lawyer says, we will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. So, you know what I'm saying? She like just because you settled and I got the bag don't mean that it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? We still not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. She gonna try to. I mean, she politely played it, down, but up at the same time. I mean, the person who I see winning in this whole thing is probably the most unlikely person, and that's 50 Cent, the griot of our time. I feel like he gonna end up somehow with the rights to do the whole movie, man. He's been having fun with this shit, man.
Well, let's keep going. All right. So celebrities are speaking out, and we got 50 statements as well.
Oh yeah.
So we'll talk about 50 a little bit. 50 posted on IG.
He's been posted.
This is a part of the complaint. One of the paragraphs in the complaint, and Ali alluded to it a little earlier. So 50 Cent is 50 Cent and hard. Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home, has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaged in illegal activity. These individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak off parties and his house parties. So 50 said, SMH, this is going to be so good. What you want to bet? I'm going to get these tapes. I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy's parties. So 50 came with that. Came with the what appears to be like almost like a movie trailer, the docu-series. This is gonna break
Yo,
records when this drops. Green Light Gang, you know the vibes. Did he do it?
not did he do it? Hey, then he found out. Okay, so a lot of this has been coming to like why 50 has been so like I'm not gonna say up in arms, but
So let's get to
definitely
that.
trolling.
Hold
He's
on,
been definitely trolling them.
I'm gonna let you break that. Hold on. And then he said, anybody seen Jay? Puff said the ninja ain't answering his phone. LOL.
It's
So
dark for that one, dog. That was mean, fam.
yeah, so
That was mean. Not Jay on the milk carton. Jay on the milk carton is crazy to me. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So this is one of his earlier statements, and you could talk about. I think you're going to talk about what may be leading to some of these this animosity.
That's why I don't be going to them Puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. What the fuck you talking about? Look, if you're into that, I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this ain't my motherfucking kind of party. I'm like, it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. And shit like that is going on.
So hey, yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, look. 50 been upset since that man invited him to go shopping.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at it, but this shit is all hilarious. But nah, it broke out that 50's baby moms was one of the women mentioned as a sex worker in the case too. And then he felt the need to go ahead on and make the statement. Said, "Oh, I didn't know you was a sex worker. You little sex worker."
So yeah, so there's that, and as also as a result of that, he is seeking sole custody of the baby he has with Daphne Joy. So
you little sex worker.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, man, it's finally coming to light why 50 has been trolling him, and I'm glad it wasn't for no reason. But you know, hey, this is wild.
So yeah, she was named as one of the people who was receiving like an allowance / salary from Diddy to bring more individuals into the kink, allegedly. So yeah,
yeah, I can see it. It's very plausible.
Yeah, so and then you know it's bad when Luke say he leave your party. Check this out.
Yeah, if Luke is checking out, I don't know. You really ain't got a leg to stand on, dogs.
Check this out, bro.
On this recent episode of the We in Miami podcast, music mogul Luther Campbell explains how he handled 2 New Year's Eve party invites.
Did you party with Diddy a lot?
Oh, no, not really. I would go to the party and leave early.
Why wouldn't you stay late?
I go to the party and leave early. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on after hours, but
he wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
Campbell,
bruh,
it's quiet, dogs.
Did you see the Hulu documentary on Freaknik?
Yeah. Hey, yo. First off, shout out to the DC Metro Club at Clark Atlanta University, man. I didn't know y'all started Freaknik, dog. Y'all, so
you ain't know?
That was lit. I didn't know it was DC Metro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I did not know it was the DC Metro Club, but hey, that's what's up. Shout out to them, dog, for real.
So I didn't see it, but I saw most of the critique being that Luke and all his freaky ways is what messed up the Freaknik.
Nah, Luke and all his freaky ways is what made Freaknik. He brought the freak to Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's what he said.
I didn't see it. But whatever the case is, however you feel about it, he said Diddy parties was too freaky for him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so Freaknik, bro, like just for the people that didn't watch the doc, don't know nothing about it in our audience, I believe y'all should, but just real quick. It was a big ass party throughout the city. If you know Atlanta is not good for big, huge public events. The city shuts down and there's mass traffic everywhere. It happened for Freaknik. It happened for All-Star Weekend in 2003. It will happen again anytime Taylor Swift has a concert and or a huge major event is there. But
That is a fact.
But the people was just out in the streets getting loose. Women was out here getting raped. Women were being taken advantage of in mass numbers and was damn near asshole naked. A lot of aunties, grannies, and mamas was out there. And now that is too loose and too wicked for Luke. That should say a lot.
That is a fact. So yeah, man. So a big part of the Luke show was bringing people onto the stage to engage in sexual,
the freak off
type,
and
type,
sexual
type activities.
Sexual
and he said
activities.
that he had to leave the Diddy joint before
because it was too much.
What happened because it was too wild for Luke.
It was too wild for him.
That's scary.
And that's dumb scary when he would have literally women on stage.
Hey, now
really busting it.
Now listen to what
really
the homie
busting
Usher,
it.
Listen to what the homie Usher had to say.
Oh, he was
moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. It was curious. I got a chance to see some things. It was pretty wild.
Usher's past comments on Diddy now going viral.
These are places that a 13-year-old probably should not be.
In the wake of his former mentor's federal house raids.
I met Puffy a long time ago, around, 92.
Flash forward to 2016 on the Howard Stern show.
So first, it's cool to see a young Usher.
Yeah.
I forgot that Usher kind of grew up with us a little bit ahead of us, but but it's funny to see him
ahead of us for sure. But
a little bit. I mean, he's
45
or so.
A little bit ahead, but just enough for us to get a glimpse of like what life is like 5 years down the road, 4 years down the road.
Yeah, for sure. So that's first and foremost. But then it's funny to see him on here because he has no intent. This is all.
Nah, this is years before anything is like cracking off as far as like lawsuit.
Yeah, he just talking about his time with the homie.
His real shit.
Yeah.
The singer recalling his wild memories of living with Diddy, who now faces serious legal trouble, including sex trafficking allegations.
We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like? I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. It was pretty wild. There were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
There's so many things.
So yeah, man. I mean, the 90s was a time. A lot of the stuff that you can't do now, a lot of things that you can't do now, you were definitely going on in the 90s.
For sure, bro. The people, like, we got to realize the adults of the 90s were the children of the 70s.
But for him
in the 80s.
But for him that felt in the 90s like it was crazy, it's not like he's looking back on it like it's crazy. He was like, this was crazy in the 90s.
This was crazy in the 90s. Like, no, it was crazy for the 90s because they was coming fresh up out the 80s. And, like, we got to realize, bro, like, this is, you're around stars. And an element of stars, what the 80s was, it was cocaine, man. And the stars were the stars. And cocaine is a hell of a drug, and you can do whatever you want. You've heard the wild exploits of Rick James.
Yeah.
Like, and that was normal behavior for a star, and it was like, oh, that's Rick.
And it was easier too because
it was easy,
because there was no social media.
Exactly. There was no platform.
Yeah.
Besides the one that was created for you. And the only few select people had a platform.
Yeah.
Like, remember, in the 80s, it was bigger to damn near be a news anchor than like a pop star because news was on every night.
Yeah. And obviously there were cameras at all these places, but it was so much harder to get your footage to the public.
Correct. Like, you could not just dump it out and then everybody sees it. There was no like put it on. There was no internet.
Yeah, it was always like one or two cornball dudes at the party that had a camera, and they were like documenting everything. Every time you saw them, they were like documenting something. Now they're the ones bringing this stuff out, but like in mass, everybody didn't have like a device.
Bro, in mass, we considered them the cornballs.
Yeah, but
that's
you
the thing. You weren't partying. Like we was living our life. You was taking pictures of us living our life.
I call them visionaries now. They was ahead of the time.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So Usher had a little bit more to say. Hold on.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Puffy was scheduled to do my record, and I went out to meet him. He was a really cool cat. He's actually coming up on a lot of different things. He had a few artists, but he was just getting started. Bad Boy was, really up and coming. And I just always known him as a hard worker. He did my first album, completed my first album, and we kept a friendship.
Despite the friendship, Usher admitting in his 2017.
So yeah, man, he was the big homie. I was out there, and I knew it was stuff I couldn't tell my mama about.
Yeah, I knew I better not say shit about this. Yeah, Chief.
Yeah.
I mean, the realest person in this whole shit that you won't hear nothing about, and they gonna just leave him alone because he got too many stories and he been on for too long. Orlando Brown.
I don't know, man, but
he know too much.
We got one more.
This dude don't care.
We got one more clip. Actually, we got two more clips, man. Dude, so now this is to me where it's getting corny. But it's kind of on brand as well, like the 50 joint. But here we go.
Anthony Davis, the talk is good. The talk is perfectly good, but we're still waiting on you to take over the team and to make sure that the team make it to the playoffs. That's what all big dogs, paws, and alphas do. No Diddy,
I don't know, Brad.
It's out and it's official, man. The no Diddy thing is real now. Like it's living, like it's a thing, bro. Like
I think we said that a few weeks ago, dogs. But I don't know, man.
It's living now. It's not even us. Like we said it, yeah. But the thing is, other people thought it too. I don't know if they seen it. But like, yo,
hey,
if they didn't.
Murder Mace, I know you've seen us on here. You heard us say
man.
no Diddy, dog.
Hey man, look,
Appreciate you for watching Beats, Rise, and Crimes live, my guy.
For sure, and like we'll take the credit if it's given, but if not, like Hov said, man, you want to take our style and run with it, it's cool. We was the first one with it.
Hey, but to sit up there in your Easter suit, right?
And does every week.
But right on brand because it's actually Easter on Sunday. So him and Cam is a little early with their Easter colors, which is fine.
It is.
But like,
it's the week. It's the week.
But don't act like that wasn't your man, though,
And that was your man's. But you know what? I feel like all of this is coming out because Mace let it be known. And he was the first person to tell us straight. That man's not from Harlem. He from Mount Vernon.
Money earning.
Claim your city, son.
Money earning, though.
Hey, man. It's still Mount Vernon. It's not Harlem. That's all I gotta say.
You want Harlem. If you ain't from Harlem, you from where you from?
Hey, man, you from where you from? But claim it, Diddy. Damn, you been Harlem this whole time? We come to find out you from Mount Vernon? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
So yeah, man. So it's a lot going on with Diddy. One more dude, man. I don't even know if everybody know this dude, but you might know him if you like watch. I don't even know what did he even come from, but he's definitely like some type of journalist. Touré, you know Touré, right?
Yeah.
What was he on?
First name Malcolm. Oh, I don't know about Touré. Yeah.
His first name is Touré.
Yeah.
But, he went to Howard. What was his first thing on TV? Was he on Teen Summit? Like he was. I don't know where this cat came from. He wasn't even on Teen Summit.
I was like, that was a gap reach back. Damn. I don't know.
But anyway,
I'm not gonna lie.
Here you go, man.
Giving R. Kelly, Touré, it's disturbing.
I was personally disturbed many years ago. Okay, I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern.
Yeah.
And I have never talked about this publicly. And he said yes. and they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, oh.
So I'm confused. He came out and he said he absolutely not.
Nah, he can't. He told him like absolutely not. He came out and told him, you know what I'm saying, absolutely not. And then the shit was over. The words can no Diddy be, you know what I'm saying, confused for sure.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
I think my man. I think Torre. He was on BT News, or I think he might have been Teen Summit. Like,
nah, he went. I don't even know if he was on BET. I don't know where this dude really.
It was either that or MTV.
He was on BET News. I found it. He was on
BT News. Exactly. Yeah. So it was BT News. I knew that man looked too familiar. But yeah, I mean, this unfortunately is a thing, you know what I'm saying, in my industry. A lot of people in music, man, your face isn't seen, your voice is heard until we know who you are. A lot of people in this industry don't have a face to match the vocals and or, you know what I'm saying, their body of work, and you know, for a number of years. So a lot of shit does get, you know, swept under the rug, and a lot of executives can do this, and you don't have a voice. So you know, it tends to happen a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Aubrey O'Day from the band Day 20, not Day 20. I don't even know which band she was
Day
in.
26.
Was it Day
Aubrey?
26?
No. Aubrey. No.
Danity Kane.
Danity Kane for sure.
So
and
so
Aubrey is just. Woo. Yeah,
she said something like, you know, you reap what you sow, and she's like, she hopes that this gives other victims, I think she said also including herself, the courage to come out and to speak out and stuff like that. So she's out here. Well, also from the original band, Ines said, "Leave my man alone." That y'all talking about some bogus stuff.
Who
so
said
you got Ines from the original band.
All right, Ness is funny. Ness is a real New Yorker, dog. Like, Ness is just a real once again, New York people, bro. Like, and I was having this conversation with my woman, man. I was like, you know, it's just today's culture is just a lot softer. And then she was like, well, what do you mean soft? And I was like, you know, it's not a negative connotation when I say that. It's just the things that were acceptable in the 80s and 90s, in the era that he came from, are no longer acceptable. Words you could say are no longer acceptable. Things that you would do that you cannot do now. So it's just, it's a very different time that we live in. So people of the old New York, you know what I'm saying, where it's just, you know, it's crazy, man. It's really, really different.
Yeah, different times, man. Different times, you know what I'm saying? Man. So yeah, man. So it's a lot going on. We're gonna continue to cover it. Let us know. Do you think now that the feds have gotten involved raiding the crib, that Diddy is in trouble? He might be facing some time. I saw the young white boy Sam Bankman-Fried just got sentenced to 25 years today for that whole crypto scam. And a lot of people think that Diddy might be looking at some time like that. So you think Diddy looking at some serious time like that? Let us know, man. We're curious to hear what you got to say, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey,
that's crazy.
He lucky he didn't get the what's my man that got the 150? The old white dude from that was ripping off. Oh man.
They like to make an example of these white people when you do wild shit like that. They don't play with you.
150 years. Why I can't remember my man's name? He passed away. Oh, Jared Stevens. Is Jared Stevens the Subway guy? Bernie Madoff is who I'm thinking of.
Jared Stevens is. Oh, Ines is from Philly, man. Ines is from Philly. I forgot. Ines is not from New York. He's from Philly. I forgot. Word,
no, Jared Fogle is the is the Subway guy. He got a bunch of time too. I think he got 15.
Yeah, Jared, but I mean, he deserved that. He was wild. He lost all that weight
sure.
to go play with little boys. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my man Ness, man. Yo, even worse. Philly, New York, Pennsylvania is a crazy place, man.
Yeah, bro. So we're gonna get through the rest of this, but we had to start with that because that was the craziest thing.
For sure.
Marlon Wayne's ex wants $23K for child support. So her name is really not important, actually. I don't know her first name, but she claims that because Marlon Wayans makes $200K a year, that she needs for him to kick in more towards the total her total monthly expenses, which are $22,080. He says that he's already been paying $18,000 a month, and she wants more. So she says that daycare is
that's
over
crazy.
5K. Yeah, she says daycare is over 5K and groceries are 3K.
What daycare you go to, mommy? This is wicked. Like, bitch.
That's $400,000 a week. I mean,
hey, yo, I got a daycare for you
5,000
right
a month.
now.
That's 60K. That's 60K. How many people don't make 60K a year? Hey, type 1 in the chat if you don't make 60K a year. And she wants that for daycare.
Bro, 23K a month? I mean, don't get me wrong. The reruns and residuals do pay good money. But goddamn.
Yeah. But the thing about it, though, is if your total expenses is only $22,080, why do you want him to pay you
the full total amount? Like, yeah, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm paying over the total amount of expenses.
Yeah, they ain't never been married. It seemed like she was like a sneaky link, and he just didn't wear a rubber. Honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you saw the picture from the baby announcement, like he had his back turned.
Oh yeah, I think the whole thing. It was classic.
Holding the stomach. You know what I'm saying? It looked like
it was classic.
It looked like it wasn't even supposed to be a thing, right? Yeah, he's already paying $18K. Like, you got to reduce your lifestyle. You got a lifestyle that you can't afford. The man is paying for. If the child care and the groceries is already $8,000 combined, you got $10,000 more after that. You got to move it to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mama,
Marlon said,
"Look, take the Maybach back, baby. I'm sorry."
This is what Marlon said. He said it's the classic case of a good, loving, responsible father shelling out over $18K per month for a 1-year-old, and an entitled woman decides she wants more. My mama and them would have lost their minds for $2K, and she had 50 kids. $2,000 for 50 kids.
50 kids.
That's $40 a baby.
Hey, yo, his mom still got like infants. Yo, the Waynes just never stopped. Talk about can't stop, won't stop. They daddy was
She passed away 5+ years ago. She's still pregnant.
Oh God, bless her heart.
Deliver.
Dog. Bless her heart. Yo,
I'm all about people taking care of their kids, bro. But everybody got to take care of the kids too. Like, you can't just be like,
like, bro, like, yeah, it's like he's just doing it.
Hey, he paying for the next man groceries. He probably don't even care, right?
Bruh, she trying to get a nest egg going. She trying to pay for college early.
Bruh, nah, she trying to pay for something. She gonna come back later and went to college. Like now that the baby's going to college, we need $40K a month.
Like, the baby ain't a baby no more, and now she can talk to me. It's crazy.
And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you got cats like this, bro.
Wow.
You know about this already?
No.
So bro had a $2 parlay that he hit on and got $1,500.
Ooh.
And then FanDuel
did him dirt.
Sent him an email saying, "We are writing to provide you with a notification from the Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services, Child Support Enforcement regarding FanDuel having to withhold your funds having been withheld from your account. It's cut off, so I can't read all the words. But basically, they're like,
we ain't paying you, shawty. You got to pay your baby mama."
They were like, you had an open child support debt, and we have debited $1,578 from your winnings to fulfill the open balance. Any other cash winnings prior to the account suspension will be available for withdrawal at your discretion. So just so you know, child support be knowing, because my client, same thing. I got a dude. We did not tell child support. We didn't know he had child support, but we didn't notify them that he has a case. Somehow they know he got in a car accident. They're like, yo, if he gets money from that car accident, you got to hold that bread. You got to hold that bread for us. You know what I'm saying?
These people don't be playing with their
So-
money, man.
We just want to make sure you understand how this works, man.
These people
You
not
don't pay your
playing
child
with you.
support, you could lose your passport, you can go to prison, you can go to
Yeah.
jail, you can put you in
Yeah.
jail,
Yeah.
lose your license, all types of stuff, man. So
they coming for you, King.
So yeah, man. And
It's
why you not
bullshit.
paying your child support? It don't look like you missed no meals, dogs.
Hey, they coming for it.
Stuff happens, but I ain't gonna judge that, man. But
they coming for it, doggy.
Yeah,
True story.
So we got that, and then we got two scammers. I'll say one's a scumbag. Let me know what you think. So we're gonna start light. We got the Home Depot scam, where people were going in with cash cards, fake names, renting equipment, and then selling it. They got away with at least 400,000 before they got caught.
Hey, that sounds like a smart scheme.
It was decent, but they got caught because there's still cameras. They still gonna be able to figure out who you are.
Dumbass.
So yeah, they've arrested several people. Jerome Downing was the ringleader.
Not Jerome. Play some of that Bobby Womack.
Hey man, Jerome need to learn how to squabble.
Because now he's in the pen.
He about to be in there. So that's bad, right? Kind of a victimless crime. Home Depot. We don't really care that much.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Arthur Blank got enough money, man. Look,
Yeah. But then,
look, that ain't even what he pays people to play on the practice squad of the Falcons.
Hey,
nigga.
Yeah, but then it gets worse. Michael Keith Reed, the owner of Mike's Auto Miami, which is the auto dealership, auto body shop in Homestead, Florida, all the way down south. Shout out to Homestead. Was accused of dealing in counterfeit airbags.
Oh, now that's the scumbag in the whole get down.
Bro.
For sure. Y'all is scumbag as fuck. That's crazy out here. Y'all really out here just risking it all.
Yeah, man. So they came. The Department of Homeland Security in North Carolina intercepted a shipment of phony Honda airbags from the UK that were headed to Mike's Auto Miami. So Homeland Security is out here working hard this week, bro.
They working they head off right now.
I didn't even know they had nobody else left.
Yeah, y'all everywhere. Y'all everywhere.
Hey,
y'all
Homeland Security not playing right now. Shout out to Homeland Security. I don't even like
man.
that boys, but
I ain't gonna give them a shout out, but like
shout out to them, man, for actually being an agency out here doing something. They caught this airbag. Hey, they caught this airbag thing, bro. Could you imagine being in a serious car accident and your airbags either don't
HLS, nigga. HLS out here getting it done.
Hey,
they checking
your
bananas,
don't deploy at all.
Airbags. Them niggas don't bring no fucking guava in this bitch. Don't bring nothing, nigga.
Hey, shout out to Homeland Security for actually doing their job, man. The federal government is usually so sorry.
I only have one federal government employee that I support. It's Oswald. Gerard Bob. Shout out to that man.
If your whole name don't rhyme, then don't even be named Oswald.
Hey.
But yeah, man. So that's the scammers and the scumbags, and we're gonna end with what the Florida and Love Air. What the Florida was you? We back on you, dogs. Why was you not on the jet? Why? You must be up out of here.
Diddy, you fuck boss the plane, boss the plane.
When
you gotta get on that motherfucker. Why didn't you get on that motherfucker though?
When they said the plane,
you was gone, Chief. You
when
was
they said the plane,
gone.
When they said the plane was in the Caribbean, you were supposed to be on there. Look, Russell
He was supposed
Simmons,
to be like, they thought they got us, nigga. Oh, they thought they got us.
Russell Simmons was like, yo, man, they got another villa right next door, man. I could get you a good deal on the villa next door.
Why does that sound like Mike Tyson?
It's just my only list. It's my only list. I don't know. I got one list.
I only got one list.
Hey,
yo,
it's the French pedophile dude that was remember the movie director that was a pedophile? He been missing since the 70s. As soon as they know you about to do something, like, yo, he should have been gone 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? What the Florida was you doing,
Hey,
Diddy?
man.
You just spent too much
Diddy,
time in Florida, man.
You fucked up, Chief.
You could have flew
fucked
all
up.
them girls. You could have flew all them girls out to
You could
Bali.
have flew all them girls anywhere in the all them girls. They would have took a trip. Same. Young
You know
Miami
what
would
I'm
have still came. She
you
tired
could
of
have
Houston,
been.
Atlanta, Vegas.
You could have been in France with Roland Polanski. That dude is 90 years old, man. He been
Dogs.
on the run for 45 years.
What? Jimmy Hoffa's still there.
Man, R.I.P. Man.
Elvis, he there.
Yeah. You
Nigga,
supposed
Pac,
to be gone,
he
dog.
there.
You supposed
All
to be
of them
gone.
there. You was supposed to be up out of here, Chief. You fucked up.
Yeah, so
You fucked up. It's
so
the
that's
ghost
all we
of Ben
got.
coming back to haunt you.
That's all we got, man.
That's all we got.
We're gonna be back next week. Let us know what you want to talk about. If there's more Diddy news, we're gonna bring it to you. We're gonna be back with some more Thug. Man, these prosecutors are out of control. Court is canceled at least one day this week. I've been looking for it. It's not on. But we'll be back. Let us know what you want to know about. If you got any questions, slide into the DMs, whether it's music, whether it's law, whether it's something in between. Just holler at us, man. We out here.
Hey, man,
You know
shout out to fucking Shine, man. You out here looking like Malcolm X, man. It's crazy.
Hey, man, Shine that guy, man.
Shine look like Nelson Mandela right now. This is great.
Shine that guy, bro.
Shine is out here looking like fucking Nelson Mandela.
Peace out,